quite an exciting day today. I've taken the step in buying a new heat press. It's the 5-in-1 tabletop one, so it basically allows me to print mugs. I could do t-shirts, baseball caps, and then it's got a flat bed on it, so I can do things like jigsaws, coasters, keyrings and bits like that. So here it is. Let's open it up and see what's inside. There's a heavy old lump, so you have to bear with me. Right. Comes with instructions. Let's get this on the floor and we lift it out. Right. Instruction manual. Control box. Wires, cables, and I think that's the mug press part there. I think that's for the baseball caps. This is the mug press side of it, and that's the other side for doing the baseball caps. This is the actual press. Okay, so this bag has got the feet in it. Power cable. Screwdriver. And a couple of nuts and bolts. This is the control unit that you use for both the mug press and the heat table. It looks as if it just slots on there. I quite like that design of it, where you can take the control box off the actual heat press and use it on the mug press. The previous one that I used, you couldn't do that. And you had to kind of bend the wires a little bit, put a bit of tension on them, which isn't ideal. So that's a good design idea. Right, so that's the suction feet on there. That'll keep it nice and secure. It looks as if these just sit in there with no nuts on. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I might end up having to get some nuts just to secure it in place. If I do anything, I want to set up the pressure on this. That's quite good. This particular one, you can see that there's about a centimetre on either side where it doesn't quite meet the mug. It's not quite as wide as that on my other mug, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Just going to set it 3 minutes for the mugs. 180 seconds. centigrade. Make sure it gets up to temperature. Let's see how far down the temperature drops compared to the other mug. This time of year it's going down to about 150. Okay, so it went down to 161 and now it's starting to creep back up. Right, let's try the first mug. Just coming up to temperature now, took around about a minute and a bit. There we are. Timer started. That is 3 minutes. Let's have a look. It beeps. Okay. Let's take the mug out and have a look at that. Just what we wanted. Nice. Okay, so that seems to work quite well. I'm quite happy with that. I'm still not fussed on the fact that there's no nuts on the end of those screws that hold the heat element in place for the mugs, but I can sort that out on my own. I did also buy some other bits to start printing to sell. So I've got some coasters, key rings and some mouse mats, jigsaws as well. So what I'm going to do is I printed off a test for the coaster, so I'm going to see if I can get that working now. So this is a design that we're going to put onto the coaster. It's of a friend's boat, Brian. Hiya Brian. And we're going to put it onto this MDF coaster. It's a 10x10 coaster with a cork backing on it. This here is heat resistant, I don't know, vinyl, paper, whatever you want to call it. And what we do is when we put this onto the press, that'll be taped onto there, and then this goes on top of it. It just stops the paper from burning too much. Okay, this is kind of similar to mine, but I never used this when it came to doing coasters. So I'm going to do it how I originally started doing it. You set the timer up on it. Oh, excuse my notifications. Right. So the temperature is slightly lower, only by a fraction, 196 degrees centigrade, and the time is 50 seconds. Right, put it down onto there so it can heat up the bottom as well. Okay, so we're up to temperature. It took about 5 or 6 minutes. Let's get the coaster in. Then that in the centre. That on top. Swing the arm over. So you can see that temperature is dropping a little bit. 196. So it took about the same time to come back up to 196 as it said to heat the coaster up for, which is good. Yeah, then swing that out of the side. Do have to be quite careful of these. Let's see if we can get this off now. yeah, well happy with that. Oh, it's come out nice. Nice colouring. That's good. Okay, so my overall thoughts on this particular mud press are, yeah, I'm very impressed by it. It's good. It's nice that you can take the control panel off to use the mud press separate to the actual press. Um, it's a slightly different design to what I got. I'm sure that you can get the attachments for that. I might well do that because it does make it a little bit easier. Um, it's just a case of getting used to the timings now for the other bit, so I'm going to do a little bit of research on it. But as far as this press goes, it works well. I wasn't going to buy it until after Christmas. It's currently December the 7th, I believe. I was going to buy it after Christmas, but there was a Black Friday deal with 20% off, so it brought it down quite nicely. In fact, it brought it down far enough for me to buy that and the mouse mats, the jigsaws, the key rings, and coasters as well to get me going. All at a reduced price, which was great. I love a bargain, you know that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got one of these presses, let me know how you get on with it, or if you use a different type. There's various different brands out there. Let me know how you get on with it, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye now.